Hey everybody, hope your day is going well. We are back with another reaction. We're going to check out The Nerve by George Strait. I believe this is written by Bobby Braddock. It's been a while since I reacted to George Strait, so I'm looking forward to this. This was a Patreon request by Tracy. Thank you so much for this request and donation. Let's listen.
I'm glad I had the nerve to talk to you that day. I could just as easily have let you get away in that crowded airport, far from my hometown. If I had lost my courage then, you wouldn't be around. I'm glad I had the nerve, and I'm glad he had the nerve to get down on his knees and say, I bought this ring for you, won't you wear it please? My daddy sure touched something in my mama's heart somehow. If he hadn't, I sure wouldn't be here with you now. Glad he had the nerve, or I never would have lived like this, or learned like this, or laughed like this, or loved like this. I'm glad he had the nerve to sail across the sea. My great-granddaddy's great-grandpa in 1833. He met an Indian maiden in the Smoky Mountain mist. If they hadn't crossed that line, I would not exist. I'm glad they had the nerve, and I'm glad he had the nerve, while staring into space, to give this universe a time and a place, with one tiny atom or an atom and a need. However you look at it, whatever you believe, I'm glad he had the nerve. Oh, we never would have lived like this, or learned like this, or laughed like this, or loved like this. Thank God he had the nerve, and I'm glad I had the nerve to talk to you that day.
Wow. Beautiful song. Beautiful song. I hear this is a deep cut, man. Why? There is a really, this is a gem, right? And he has many big songs, but like a song like this, why isn't this? I mean, geez, this is beautiful. His voice, absolutely wonderful, and such a, I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but I was thinking about, the channel earlier today, and I was yesterday. Then, because of a thought I had yesterday, I was listening to Cher's memoir her book, and she was talking about Dolly Parton and when they met and stuff. And then I was thinking about country and how that their voices in country sound different. Of course, for me, I'm from Belgium, so it already is different, just American music. But then country is an extra thing that we don't have here. That's what I was trying to was thinking of. We don't really have that, this type of voice. I guess it's the twang. That is the thing that we don't have because of the area that people grow up. You already have it a little bit naturally in your speaking voice. I imagine if you're from a certain part of the USA. So I was thinking about that, and now I get this request where I that voice is just what I had in mind when I was thinking about, like, we don't really have that here unless people try to kind of imitate that sound or impersonate, but it's not authentic. This is authentic. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful voice, so warm. And then at certain parts, he has a little bit of that grain coming in, not too much, right? It's just enough. And some double tracking in some parts of the song, the chorus, what we never would be able to do if some people wouldn't have the nerve to strike up a conversation, for example, or even cross the ocean. Um, yeah, beautiful, great storytelling. It is like that. It's so much easier to not strike up that conversation in that crowded airport, right? It's like, oh, maybe my nerves are too much, I'm not going to do it. How much would we miss if we don't do it? Because most of the 99% we probably don't. So all the paths our lives could have taken, most of them we've never walked on, right? It's very interesting. And then, of course, if his father didn't ask his mom to marry her, he wouldn't be here. So it's a song also, not only gratitude for his own nerve, but gratitude for that of his ancestors, and also for the world and the universe. And I love that ending there. First of all, his great grandfather, crosses the sea and stuff, meets an Indian maiden, which I love so much. It really, to me, of course, it's very different. But my father came from Pakistan to Belgium right when he was like 11 or 12. So, and then later on, you meet your mother. Without that, the coincidence that you have to have for me to even exist, for anyone to even exist, is just one slight change of plans, right? Or one little bit less nerve, we would not have been here. I wouldn't have met my wife. I wouldn't have had my daughter. All of that. I wouldn't be listening to this great music with you all, or y'all. Hey, gotta stick to the theme. Yeah, so that's such a beautiful idea, and it's gratitude is so important. And then, of course, where he's going to, oh, I'm glad he had the nerve, talking about God and staring into space, and then start with this one tiny atom, and then, of course, to play on words with Adam and Eve. But the line that I really like then is, however you look at it, whatever you believe. Like, it's fine if you don't believe in creation by a god or a deity. It's, you have to admit, like, all the things that have had to happen billions of years ago, to come together to this earth, and the earth to cool off, and the dinosaurs and the comet to strike them down, so other life could exist, and or else the dinos would still be ruling the world, or whatever you believe, right? That's fine. I love that. It's like open mind to other people's beliefs, which it's just one line, but it's keeping that door open for other people who have different beliefs. And that's a nice thing in this entire song, because it puts you in a in a gratitude mode, and that could lend itself to have also more empathy towards other people and their stories and their lives and their right to exist and to believe what they want to believe, right? And I feel like we could really use that right now. It's like everybody has such a beautiful story, or a personal story. There's pain in it, of course, and ugly sides to it, but we should respect that, and you know come together under that common thing we have, which is called life. Uh, and we all share the same home. Forget about the imaginary lines we have. We are on this blue marble here. I love that. It's really, I felt the gratitude in this song. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you for the introduction. And if you have any other George Strait songs you would like me to check out, let me know. Thank you for being here. Have a great day. Goodbye.